everyone. Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, just keep in mind it's a general reading. So see which signs, symbols, and messages resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully bring you a little clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, and confused about. It could broaden your perspective, show you something with fresh eyes. It could also narrow your focus and show you something you could be missing, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we are all uplifted in love. Let's begin. Oh, Rose is right here. If you hear some weird noises coming from between the pillow and my leg, all snuggled in. Let's start with an animal card. This is the Animal Whispers Empowerment cards. Bless you. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Start with one card message for the collective. Please and thank you. Peacock. Right, it's telling you to strut your stuff. Show your true colors. Express yourself. How do you express yourself? I mean, maybe you have a job where you have to wear a suit or a uniform or something like that. And maybe it's doing your hair different, or the earrings you wear, or maybe it's the tattoos you have underneath the uniform where you express yourself. It could also be how you express yourself like verbally. I know, verbally, like your interests, your passions. Maybe there's different facets of you that a particular person or a particular group didn't even know about you. So maybe you're starting to talk about your passions. This could just be an energetic change too. I mean, when I see the peacock, I see all the eyes. So maybe all eyes are starting to be on you, or you meet somebody in particular and you connect through eye contact. Express yourself. I feel like some of you are actually changing up your look. So maybe you're doing something with your hair, like braiding it or getting extensions, or maybe some of you are cutting it off. I just saw a pixie cut. Maybe some of you are actually hairdressers, or you do something in the beauty industry. Hairdressers are really special. You're kind of like therapists, but you kind of like really help people feel good. Sometimes it's when they do weird things, like cut their bangs really funny, really late, all of a sudden in the middle of the night. And sometimes it's a situation like a little too much bleach. I just thought of the weirdest thing, guys. When I was like in 3rd grade, I had a cowlick up here that was sticking up and I couldn't get it to go down, so I took a pair of scissors and I just cut it off. And my mom was like, "What did you do?" And I was so embarrassed. Like, I had a bald spot up there. So I had to wear my hair in the like half ponytail for like a year at school to cover up my little bald spot that I cut off. So maybe some of you have children and they do something like that. You have to take them to the hairdresser, or maybe you messed up something on your hair, or maybe you're just really doing something new. I'm getting a lot of hair energy. It could also be how you express yourself with your makeup. And I'm also getting a total revamping of your style. So maybe you're going out, buying yourself a couple, new pieces of clothing. Strut your stuff. Show your true colors. I'm getting just own it. I'm actually getting I'm getting like a mistake. So I'm getting somebody that either like runs out of the house with like one earring on and you just own it. Like, totally meant to do it. Who's that? Like, who wears the one earring? Wouldn't it be nice if I could touch your body? That one, who is that? I can't think of who sings it, but I'll put that song Faith below. I'm also getting like mismatched earrings or something that you just maybe did by mistake, but it comes out as like a style, like you just own it, just work it. Maybe you start a trend. I'm getting that you're standing out and inspiring others. I just saw like somebody, I just saw someone like getting really dressed up and just going to get gas at the gas station. So maybe you don't even have to have a fancy place to go. You just feel like getting dressed up, get dressed up. Why not? And I also see like mismatched. So maybe it's not even a flowing style. I kind of see somebody who almost went in their closet and they kind of put stuff on and they're like, yep, this is all my favorite stuff of the day, and I just put it all on. And maybe that actually creates like an interesting style. Maybe it doesn't go together at all, but that's kind of cool. I'm just getting like a lot of different types of patterns and fabrics, and I see like leg warmers that don't match. So that's kind of cool. Like whatever it is, like express yourself, own it, do it, wear it with pride, strut your stuff, you know, spread your wings. I'm getting a little tongue-tied too. So usually that means that somebody's having trouble like speaking. So maybe you've been afraid to like reveal certain facets about you, certain things that are actually fascinating about you. I'm kind of getting that maybe you didn't know this about somebody else either. I see you on like a lunch break, or, you know, just kind of having like coffee or something and actually getting in a conversation with someone and finding out they're pretty cool. Maybe you never saw that from the outside, or you didn't know somebody well enough. And I'm also getting that opening up conversation because you're peacocking energy. So whether that's you or someone else, maybe somebody like has some crazy outfit or hat or something like that, and it just makes them more approachable. Like, hey, nice hat. Something like that. So maybe you notice somebody else that has a little something where they're, you know, peacocking a little bit, but maybe that actually opens up a really good conversation. Or maybe you meet a really new, like cool new friend or partnership or relationship, who knows? Rose wants the pets today. You want to be pet? Well, since we start with the peacocking energy, what should we do next? Let's do this. This is something kind of different. It's sort of like fun and mystical. It's called the Magical Messages from the Fairies. Let's get clarity on the peacock. Strut your stuff. Show your true colors. Express yourself. One card for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, we have a dietary change. All right, so improve your diet and your life will also improve. It has this older woman here and like a younger woman. It looks like a grandmother-grandchild situation. So I'm getting that maybe some of you are passing along recipes to younger generations, or getting like a grandma's recipe, or even like a recipe book. So maybe even generations older than that, like family recipes. Maybe you're starting to cook more. Really starting to adjust your diet, eating some healthy foods, getting really in tune with your body, like healthy choices. I just thought of sugar. So, I mean, sometimes when you have sugar, it's very addicting. You know, you don't know how much you crave it, but actually if you cut it out or like really lower the amount of sugar you have for a little while, it's like a little weirdness in the beginning because you kind of crave it, but then when you're not having it anymore and then you eat something like a peach or something that's like a living beautiful fruit, it tastes so amazing. So maybe you're cutting out sugar or like, you know, just tapering it down a little bit. I kind of see a grocery store, guys. So I feel like it's not that whole middle department of the grocery store where everything is kind of in a box and from a factory. I feel like it's more like the ends of the grocery store. So, you know, you have to walk a little farther to get to the fresh fruits and vegetables, and then maybe the dairy on the other side. But maybe some of you are actually getting more in tune with your body and recognizing that certain foods may be draining your energy and or not working with you. Sometimes we go through changes as we age, and certain things that we had when we were younger, we become more sensitive to. So maybe you're sensitive to something. That could be anything, maybe dairy, wheat, gluten. I am not a nutritionist, but maybe you're getting more in tune with your body. So sometimes it's cutting out everything and then trickling it back in to see if you had a beneficial situation from taking it out, and if you add it in, if it takes you back. I hope that made sense. It makes me think of like nuts. It could also be that you have to cook for a certain person, maybe in your family, that has certain dietary restrictions. So maybe you're starting to make meals where everybody can be involved, but that person feels included. It could also be if you have dietary restrictions, and let's say you want to go to a restaurant, you want to have a sexy date with your honey, or go out with your family, and you're not sure if you can have something, maybe just give them a ring-a-roo. Hey, thinking of coming on a hot date in your restaurant, do you have any gluten-free wraps or something like that? That's just an example, and maybe it's as easy as that. It could also be you're preparing a dinner and somebody's coming to dinner and they have certain dietary restrictions. Maybe they always held off because they feel, a little odd that they have to ask for something, special for you to do. So maybe it's reaching out and saying, hey, I know, you have a very specific diet. Is there anything in particular I can have in the fridge when you come over or make for you? Also, maybe if you're the one going to dinner, maybe just bring your own casserole. Bring your own thing and say, hey, this is for everyone. It's pretty awesome. It's vegan, it's gluten-free or whatever, but give it a try. Maybe you'll introduce a new food to like a group or a family or some friends. I'm also getting that it's a lot of water. You need to drink more water. And when it's dietary change and it's being in tune with your body, it's probably also exercise. So maybe doing some yoga, maybe doing a little more walking. The diet and your life will also improve. So maybe some of you are like, maybe feeling under the weather. I'm just thinking of like chicken soup now. But sometimes even the healthy stuff, it's all balanced, guys. Like I've found that throughout my life, like I've had different pulls of different things that I think my body was naturally craving at that time, and tried my best to listen to it. But there have been times when I thought I was being really super healthy and I didn't realize that certain things were actually not working with my body. For instance, just for an example, I thought like I was getting the cauliflower for a while. I was really into it. I actually made it really good. It was like the mashed cauliflower, and I put like tuna and hot sauce and all kinds of fun stuff in there. And it was actually like really bloating my lower stomach. And I was like, no, it's a vegetable. It has to be good. So I didn't realize that my body in particular was kind of reacting to the cauliflower. I didn't realize why am I always like bloated? So even if you think something is healthy, it's possible it doesn't react right with your particular body. We are all so different. Everybody's body is different. And the nutrients that we need varies in each individual. So you have to be really in tune with your own body and how you feel, your energy levels. Sometimes people need to eat in the morning. Sometimes it's little meals throughout the day. I feel like you're going to discover something new that is very healthy. Maybe you need to take more vitamins, like nano vitamins, so they absorb better. Again, I am not a nutritionist, so maybe the advice is also to talk to someone who's a nutritionist or has some like really good advice. Any messages that come through here are just kind of like tips to get you to do the research. So let's see. I don't know why I'm seeing asparagus. So maybe something has taken a long time. When I think of asparagus, it takes a couple years for it to grow. So maybe some of you are growing a garden. Asparagus is one thing I have in my garden that just kind of comes back every year. That and the berries. So maybe you're growing something and you plant it once, but it'll keep coming back. But the asparagus, I think it took a couple years to actually start coming up. But once it started, it was consistent every year. I don't know. I just thought of like how the asparagus can make your pee smell a little weird. So I don't know why I just thought of that. But it does, it has it's asparagus. So you can tell that something that you eat can have like an immediate reaction in your body, like a chemical reaction. So maybe it's just like actually something that big that you notice that you don't notice the other things are actually reacting in your body as well. And now I just thought of fenugreek. So fenugreek is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you eat fenugreek, and I only know this because my amazing sister, who is an amazing cook and very much into like foods and cooking and nutrition and all that, and if you eat fenugreek, it actually makes your sweat smell like maple syrup. It's pretty amazing. And if you don't believe me, maybe go and give it a try and see. It's so weird. So maybe fenugreek is important. It makes your body odor smell like maple syrup. So you smell sweet and fresh and nutritious. But the weird things that you guys learn here. So what else? Dietary change. So maybe, your energy really starts to change when you change your diet. And I keep seeing yoga. I keep seeing like somebody doing feet up the wall. So maybe you're actually doing something really simple, not a huge yoga session, but maybe it's just at the end of the night, like, basically like find a space on the wall and put your legs up there and kind of push your butt on the wall. And it takes your blood, goes down your legs and it actually helps circulate in your heart. Like it helps your circulation. Maybe yin yoga, night yoga. I actually just thought of something really weird, but if this is coming through here on this channel for you guys, maybe it's helpful. Like I thought of the bloating with the cauliflower and then the yoga, and that took me to gas. So maybe if some of you have like you're bloated, like you feel gassy, which can be really, really uncomfortable, there is a yoga pose. I think it's called like gas relief pose. There's, I think, a proper name. I don't know it, but you basically lie on your back and pull your legs, both of your knees up and hold it and put that pressure on all your intestines, and it tends to help gas come out and relieve like a tummy situation. So maybe some of you are doing some really nice yoga poses. They are very beneficial for your body. It combines your breathing, it's meditative, it uses your muscles. You end up using muscles that you don't typically use. Wow, weird stuff's coming through here today, guys. So, that being said, let's move along. Let's go to, should we do something totally different? Yeah, let's do a numbers. Let's do the numerology oracle cards. Clarity for the collective. A dietary change. And the peacock. So maybe some of you were actually like vegan or vegetarian for a long time and you're starting to feel like you're craving a protein. Maybe it's switching and becoming like pescatarian, adding a little fish, or maybe you're craving other forms of protein. It could also be the opposite. You know, you've always had meat in your life and maybe you're taking that out, going a different direction. But I feel like it's individual to you, and how you feel. And it's all about balance. So maybe you're just creating more balance. If you work, let's say you work in a place and you're always out and your schedule's really, really, really busy and you're always kind of having to grab like, I don't know, like fast food. Maybe you're actually planning something. So you're taking a day, planning like a big meal or like a stew or something like that and putting it in the freezer so that you can take something with you. I just thought of the Zorovoshis. It's like a thermos. They're really pretty awesome. You can even put like hot water and rice and it will cook the rice. So maybe you can bring something with you and it stays hot. I'm also seeing with the change, maybe you work somewhere where there's food, and they don't have like that healthy of a selection. So maybe you can make a suggestion that they have more healthy selections, or you're just a customer somewhere and you can kind of suggest like, hey, do you ever think of having maybe this on the menu or one thing that's kind of something you would get? Like if you go to a place and there's really like nothing on that menu, maybe that's not the restaurant for you, but maybe you can be an influence somewhere. Otherwise, maybe you just start packing your own food. I also see like a pretty cool lunch for kids. So maybe you're making some like fun lunch, like lunches for children or your honey. Maybe you have a very picky kid. Like me, I was really picky with food when I was a little girl. So maybe you're sneaking in the broccoli, you know, into the mac and cheese, or something like that. You know, you're kind of putting some healthy additions in there and it still tastes good. Wow, that card took me all over the place. I'm not even sure what I said. Let's get one numerology card. Clarity for the collective, please and thank you. Ooh, completion. That feels good. I feel like that's like your energy level going back up. Or this is a project you're almost done with, feeling really good about something that you completed. I feel like you turned into paper, or like you reached a goal. I hear learned. So maybe if this, like getting to this goal or this completion felt draining and or stressful at the end, maybe it was a procrastination in the beginning. So maybe the next time you start something, you do it a different way, you know, a little bit at a time, or get it done right away and have a lot of free time later so you don't feel stressed at all. That's done. You know, you put it on the shelf, you're good. Good. But I hear that you feel really good about something. So maybe that's a different situation. I'm kind of getting that you want to treat yourself. So there's something that you did or are about to complete, and maybe you need to give yourself a little gift, like not just a pat on the back, not just a, like, tell yourself you did a good job, but I feel like you should do something special for yourself. I don't know, anything. Maybe manicure, pedicure, something nice. Maybe buy yourself a little, like, hey, you did a good job, self. This is for you. Also, after something is complete, maybe it's a nice day off, giving yourself a, you know, a nice relaxing weekend or a day to do nothing. Sometimes that's all we need. I guess we're doing another card. I didn't even realize I was shuffling it. So let's get one more card. Clarity on completion, number 9. Oh, and we have financial discipline. So we're going all over the place, guys. We're getting like expression, nutrition, body, projects, and finances. So with financial discipline, I mean, the first thing I think of is you being diligent about not procrastinating on maybe something like a bill, something really, really simple. So maybe you need to even do something on your accounts where a bill is automatically paid in case you happen to forget. I do feel like you're starting to do stuff on time. Maybe some of you are building back up your credit or paying off loans or something like that. Finding a way where you can, I'm getting like do something in bulk. I don't know what that means, but maybe you're talking to a financial advisor or something like that, and you can actually figure out a way to pay something off sooner. I'm also getting I'm going to say a pillow. So maybe you're finding a way to save something for like a rainy day. It could even be saving for a vacation, or like figuring out a way to put a certain amount every month or every week away for a certain purpose. Financial discipline. I feel like I want to say good job, whatever this is. So maybe something was like kind of messy before. You were trying to, you know, fix something, but I feel like you're either just starting to, or you've completely turned around the situation and got your like ducks in a row and your finances back in order. But I do feel like it has to do with a schedule thing, not waiting till the end. If something comes through, maybe just take care of it right away. Maybe you need to get yourself like a planner or a book or something like that and really get organized. If you're the person that's super organized and really, really good with your finances and such, it's probably you that's going to have some really good advice for somebody else that maybe you know really well, or maybe just somebody that's kind of an acquaintance, and you get in a conversation and you have really good advice to help somebody. And that could make somebody feel like a lot better. You know, when you have that on your back and you feel like you're always stressed and toiling and laboring and trying to figure something out. I'm not exactly sure where that cut out, but it stopped recording, and apparently I had no more memory, no more space. So I had to go back and erase some of my old videos and then clear out my trash, and let's begin again. I was about to pull the Soul's Journey lesson cards. So let's start here. I'm going to have to find a way to kind of merge the two halves together so it's still one video to upload, like one reading. So let's begin. Clarity on completion and financial discipline and dietary change and the peacock and self-expression. One card for the collective. What they need to know right now. Some wise advice, please and thank you. Oh, love. That's nice. So the foundation is love, loving yourself, you know, loving others. Perhaps this is a, you know, particular relationship that you're thinking about, but I think in these cards, it probably comes back to you. Oh, there's all this music around your heart. Maybe there's a really important song you hear today, or something that makes like, touches your heart. I kind of see like, I see something really weird now. I see like almost like hearing like maybe one of your children or maybe one of your friends' children. I see like a child singing, like really cute. So maybe you hear something like that. You go to like a little, I'm getting the goosies down the legs too. So that's probably important for someone. Like you go to a a play or a musical or like a little kids concert or something like that. Or maybe not little kids, maybe they're a little bit older. Maybe you have older children and you go to see them do some kind of performance. I do feel like it has to do with music, and or they do something really, really special where it's like music to your heart. I just feel like you're really proud. That's really cute. I don't think that was the message, you know, down here, but I think that's a message for somebody. Love is the foundation of your existence, and you're just as worthy of receiving as you are giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. Maybe you feel like you were always a giver, like giving a lot, but there were certain relationships or places where it wasn't being reciprocal. So maybe you're starting to manifest more situations and or a particular relationship where it's equal, give and take. Somebody wants to give you just as much as you want to give them. That's really, really nice. I'm also getting like thank you. So maybe if somebody gives you something, it doesn't have to be a gift, but maybe just some of their attention or their time. Like really express your thanks to them. Like if somebody wants to do something for you and you feel like maybe it's, you know, no, I don't, it's okay. Like I'm just getting like even like I'm getting like a weird teen movie where like somebody wants to hold somebody's books and you're like, no, I got it. Maybe just let them hold your books. Like whatever, you know, as a metaphor, whatever that is, maybe that makes somebody else feel really good. If you always like kind of did, like you kind of like to do things on your own, maybe allow somebody else the chance to help you. I feel like it will warm somebody else's heart. But I also feel like, you know, it's like a back and forth thing. Maybe not in the same relationship, but I feel like you're going to start to feel the energy back and forth more and more. I'm actually getting like, I don't know why I keep getting like younger energies now. I'm getting like, I think every once in a while I think of this in the readings, but I'm getting the coupon book. So maybe somebody's giving you like not like an actual gift, but like a coupon book. Like, hey, I'll massage your feet, or, you know, I'll take you out to dinner, or I'll do the dishes, or something like that. So maybe it's a coupon book is important for you guys. Maybe cash in those coupons, or maybe you're doing that for someone else. It doesn't even have to be a kid. That can be your honey. Hey, coupon book. You can think of some fun things to offer. So that being said, let's move along. I guess because we got the love card, should we pull a love card before we haven't even, I don't know how long this reading is going to be now because it's in half. So let's just continue. Let's go to this neon one. I like that it's relationships, but it's not really specific to lovey-dovey. It's kind of open-ended. Rose, what is she doing? Jump. You can do it. She's trying to get up on the cedar chest. I don't know what your problem is. You can come over here and hang out if you want. Yeah? Let's get clarity for the collective on love. Let's get one message. Ooh, she's really loud. Maybe she has to go out. Do I have to pause this again? There's so many interruptions this time. Before I pull, I'll be right back. I paused that one at 555. So let's continue. Let's go to the clarifying love situations. Let's get a card. It's a little love message on maybe a particular relationship or this relationship that involves love. A card for the collective, please. Oh, something is ascending. Something's growing. You're going through this portal. You're like heading towards this healing star. Something is leveling up. Something is changing. Starting a new chapter in love. So it's learning a new phase in love, transcending obstacles, and preparing for union. So maybe somebody's making some plans. You're making plans with someone else. I feel like this is like step by step, but each step is bringing you deeper and higher, like elevating this particular love situation. It's growing. It could be starting over for some of you. Maybe completely starting over with a new partner. I mean, it could be a friendship too. It doesn't have to be a love situation. This could be someone who, you know, really stays in your life for a long time. I mean, you have that transcending obstacles. Maybe somehow you help each other grow. You inspire each other. But I feel like it's like changes you want to make. It's not somebody wanting you to change. It's like you're inspired to do it yourself. And somebody else is inspired to change themselves. And together you make these changes and you just continue to grow. Let's go to the tarot. Clarity on ascending. The collective, please. Oh, wow. You're ascending and you're fueling the fire. It's not just love, it's also passion. So even if this is like a business partnership or a friendship, you guys have some passion together. Like you get creative together. You have all these great ideas of experiences that you want to do, but you have to make the plans. You have to put some energy into it to have those experiences. This is really cool. Somebody could be like really inspiring you on creative like projects or something like that. Or somebody like really turns you on. I mean, it can be that. It's like feeling really turned on to do something, but you got that energy there. You have that, you know, love in your heart to really open up and try to give some of your energy. You're willing to make these plans and go up these stairs, but you have to walk through this doorway with this passionate wand, this lit fire, and take some steps. Clarity on the Ace of Wands, please. Well, that's you making plans. So sometimes this is a waiting game. Sometimes you have to wait for somebody else to come on board, but it looks like they want to. Maybe it's a timing thing. You just have to wait for that ship to come in, something to change in the schedule, wait for a specific date. You know, if you circled something in the calendar, you have to wait for that specific date to do something. But all you can do when this comes through, I mean, you go from the 1 to the 3. I feel like you already have the partnership with the 2. And sometimes I do think of the 2 of Rods as a really good business partnership. So even if this is a love affair, you guys inspire each other to kind of do your own thing or do something together. But here it's your ship's coming in, or you sent something out. Like it's coming, it's on its way. So in the meantime, what can you do positive with your energy, you know, for yourself while you're waiting for something to come? It's doing something active and like I hear it responsible, but it's putting your energy into something where you're participating, where you're putting energy back into yourself or in your projects, or you're doing something in the meantime while you're waiting. You're not just sitting back and waiting by the mailbox for that package to come. You know it's coming. So, you know, do something with your energy in the meantime that it's productive. That's the word I was trying to get. It's productive and creative. And it could be just making more plans. So sometimes I see this as, you know, you book the vacation, you know you're going to get on the plane, but you got to pack the suitcase and get in the car and get to the airport and pick up somebody else and then get there, and eventually you're going to get on that plane. So what are you doing with that preparation time in the meantime? Something is definitely coming through. Clarity on the 3 of Rods, please. And the Ace of Wands, either or. And there's the 2. All right, so here we go. We definitely, look at this, guys. You have the 1 and the 2 and the 3. So you're definitely ascending. There's definitely steps being made. You didn't skip packing the suitcase. You know, you're doing every necessary step, whether this is business partnership or a love partnership, or maybe just you in yourself preparing for something that's coming in the future. If this partnership isn't in your world right now, you're making the necessary creative and passionate decisions with yourself for this to come in. For this to come in. So good job. That's really cool. You're making moves. You didn't just have this idea and this, you know, fire in your soul. You actually started making plans, looking out into this world, your world, the world, and seeing how it can be possible. You sent that, you know, that notice out to the universe, and now it's going to come back to you. So have an allowance with that space while something's working its way to you, because it's coming. What's at the bottom? Wow, you have 2 aces. You do have a new beginning. So maybe you did really complete something in your past, a past cycle, a past way of doing something. Maybe you just decided it's time for a new chapter. This is not only you having a passionate start. This is an area of your life where you have really clear communication. It's also communication with yourself. Look at this, like, wreath of victory and this crown being offered to you. It's not just a conversation. It's not just an idea. It's going to put a crown on your head. It's going to make you feel, you know, like this spiritual enlightenment is being offered to you to come down and ground into your reality. But you have to have that conversation. You have to, you know, make that phone call. You have to have clear communication. You have to talk about your ideas. You have to talk about your plans. You have to talk about your goals. You have to talk about what's good for you, what worked for you in the past and what didn't work for you. It's talking about something, you know, it's getting clear with these things within yourself or with someone else, so they don't have to read your mind. You're offering somebody this clarity by understanding you better. Here, it's not having that conversation, but you have to recognize the things that are valuable to you and truth in you first before you can offer that clarity to someone else. So it starts there. And I have no idea how long this reading was or how many different messages came through, but I hope that something was helpful for you. I hope you're ready for this brand new start. It looks like you're ready to start making plans, and you're definitely ascending. You're definitely working your way up this spiritual staircase to something really beautiful. I feel like you're already working on feeling complete. It's not that you don't feel complete. It's feeling complete that's getting you up those divine stairs. So with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.